Seems like every time I do one of his videos for like small tech, it's raining for some reason. So here we go. These days phones aren't really something we spend a lot of time researching on what you need, what features you need. And I'm guilty of it as well. I spent all of 2 hours deciding what phone I needed to get, and I just settled on what offered the best features for the best price. But there is a group of people who a phone alone can't do everything they need. That is where this comes in, the new Cat S62 Pro. Honestly, this phone is probably one of the most rugged and solid feeling phones that I've ever had in my hands. If it was mine, I would have thrown it to prove a point, but I'm not going to do that. Mil-spec 810 rated, so it is as dustproof, as waterproof, as shockproof as you'll ever need. Cat warranties it from a 1.5 meter drop, no questions asked, screen replacement, unless you go and throw it and the screen cracks. That's a different story. But from ear height and down, they say they'll cover it if the screen breaks. Mostly metal construction. I mean, this phone is solid. It's a lot more solid than my phone, but it's built for different reasons. Around the back, you've got a 12 megapixel camera. Doesn't sound like much compared to some 64 or 108 megapixel cameras these days, but 12 megapixels, the lower megapixels, most of the time the better it is in low light, which is where a lot of phones struggle. Now this phone isn't cheap, but there's a certain feature that justifies that price. So on the back you'll see is your normal camera, then above it a very nondescript looking black lens. This phone is fitted with a FLIR thermal camera, a real proper thermal camera, not one of these little thermal filters that you can download or that your phone might have. This is a proper thermal camera. When you open the MyFLIR Pro app, you have a whole array of different features. There's your iron mode, white hot, black hot, rainbow, lava, arctic, night vision, proper night vision, I have to add, it actually works. I'll add a little photo of what the photo looks like, what a normal camera would see, and then the photo of what the thermal camera sees. Then you've also got your different, let's call them temperature indicators. So you might be asking the question, well Jock, it's all well and good having a thermal camera, but how does that equate to usage in the 4x4 and camping industry? Well, let's say for example you want to find hotspots in your engine. Trailer, if you think you've got a dead wire, 2 wires side by side, the live one will be hotter than the cold one, so the camera can see. It's a very minute difference in color or shade, but the camera can pick it up, and that is very handy. Sitting in the campsite at night, it can spot up to a certain range, of course. You can spot wildlife beyond the trees and stuff that you won't necessarily be able to see with your naked eye. If you'd like to see more products like these that have little hidden features that you don't think would apply to our industry, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We've got some awesome stuff planned, some great DIY projects coming up as well, and maybe the phone will make an appearance again. Follow all our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe to our newsletter. It's available in the link in the description, top right corner on our webpage. And download our free app. It's available on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. And that way you can stay up to date with the news as it happens as soon as we post it.